Like everything else in Alaska, the Kenai Peninsula is huge, over 9,000 square miles, larger than Rhode Island, Connecticut, and Delaware put together. It's bordered by Prince William Sound and the Gulf of Alaska on the east and by Cook Inlet on the west. It has prime fishing, hiking, camping, river rafting, sailing, snowcatting, and all the things that hardy folk like to do. The wildlife is really wild, with wolf packs, herds of moose, mountain goats, black and brown bears, Dall sheep, and bald eagles. Kenai is the peninsula's oldest and largest town. Population, 6,000. It was founded by Russians in the late 1700s, and the antique Russian Orthodox Church is the oldest in the state. The peninsula was originally home to the Dena'ina Indians, a branch of Athabascan and Eskimo families from the interior, and some of the Indian villages still remain. Beluga whales surface at the mouth of the Kenai River, and in town, the Chamber of Commerce fishes for tourists. So far, every place we've visited has been near the coast, but the Alaska interior has its own share of spectacular sights, and some of them you'll have to see to believe. Let's move north, out of Anchorage, toward the ever-present view of Mount McKinley. Visit the Matanuska Valley, just north of Anchorage, during the harvest season in late summer. Visitors are always impressed with the University of Alaska at Fairbanks. It's the main campus of a statewide learning complex. The University of Alaska Museum on campus displays prehistoric objects found in mining operations in the permafrost. There's a 36,000-year-old bison carcass, the skin and flesh still intact. There are exhibits of native cultures, and at the university's large animal research facility, you see the woolly muskox herd, grazing in research pastures along with moose, reindeer, and caribou. Tours are free, and they'll show you a permafrost tunnel where prehistoric bones were discovered during drilling. The Chena River flows through Fairbanks, and the nearby Tanana River is a tributary of the mighty Yukon, and this is the place to take a ride on a colorful paddle wheel steamboat. The Sternwheelers Discovery 1 and Discovery 2 will take you on 4-hour river trips, and history comes to life as you listen to the tour guide talk about life along the river in the old days. These riverboats have been operated by the same family for over 80 years. Outside Fairbanks, rusting in the rivers, you see gold dredges standing like iron dinosaurs. Gold Dredge number 8 is the most accessible, 9 miles from town. It's a tourist attraction now, and guided tours are given daily. The Pleasant Valley Animal Park, north of town, offers a close-up look at native animals. Here you can see reindeer, moose, and other Alaskan wildlife. And near Fairbanks, you can get a close-up look at the Trans-Alaska Pipeline, a symbol of Alaska's most recent gold rush. It can gargle 1 million gallons a day across Alaska. Now, surely one of the most unusual events in Alaska is the World Eskimo and Indian Olympic Games held each August on the university campus. There are strange games and contests that evolved from traditional native pastimes. There's a blanket toss competition. It started as a hunting technique, a way of searching for polar bears on the flat Arctic ice. Hunters would toss up a small boy high in the air to spot the creatures. But it was so much fun, it became part of every celebration. There's the Alaskan high kick and a muktuk eating event, 1 square inch of whale skin and blubber. The first empty mouth wins. Walking a greased pole sharpened the agility needed to go from ice floe to ice floe. But not every event is deadly serious. Villagers found many reasons for festive dances and celebrations, and traditions have not been lost. In the settlement of Esther, 7 miles down the Fairbanks Highway, you see the Malamute Saloon. In summer, they put on vaudeville shows and readings of Robert Service poems. The shooting of Dan McGrew always brings down the house. Then I ducked my head and the lights went out, and the 2 guns blazed in the dark, and a woman screamed, and the lights went up, and 2 men lay stiff and stark. Pitched on his head and pumped full of lead was dangerous Dan McGrew, while the man from the creeks lay clutched to the breast of the lady that's known as Lou. As you travel farther north or west from Fairbanks, the environment is definitely not friendly. Remember, you're now right at the Arctic Circle. On the west coast, Nome was founded by hardy souls mining for gold right on the black sand beaches. There's still gold here, and you have a good chance of finding some yourself. Still farther north is Kotzebue, 25 miles beyond the Arctic Circle. This authentic Indian village offers traditional native dances and feasts and the Nana Museum. Now, if Nome isn't far enough off the beaten path for you, the Pribilof Islands may just fill the bill. They're a full 300 miles offshore, and you can get there by boat or by plane. These remote islands are renowned for their rich bird life and sea lion rookeries. Oh, there's a lot more to Alaska to be explored. The great mountain ranges, the misty fjords, the quiet valleys. You could spend a lifetime touring Alaska and still not see it all. I hope you'll visit Alaska soon. You'll be at Chichako only on your first trip, After that, you'll always be a sourdough. Now, in the final part of our Rand McNally video trip, we'll share that information I promised to make your trip easier and a lot more fun. You can get to Alaska by air, sea, or highway. Each way has its own advantages and offers a different perspective of the state. Of course, air travel is the fastest and most frequent, leaving you more time for all the activities. Alaska Airlines has daily direct flights from several West Coast cities to Ketchikan, Juneau, Sitka, Anchorage, and Fairbanks. Other airlines serve only Anchorage and Fairbanks, but have direct flights from cities other than on the West Coast. Once in Alaska, you can make connections to every other town of any size in the state. Flying time from Seattle to Anchorage, about 3 hours. If you're traveling to Alaska between mid-May and mid-September, you may want to consider taking a cruise ship. Several different luxury liners leave from San Francisco, Seattle, and Vancouver to sail up the Inside Passage through southeast Alaska. Some cruise as far as Glacier Bay or Skagway and then return, while others continue on to Anchorage. There are also combination trips which combine cruising and escorted land tours. Cruise ships are really a great way to see Alaska. On board ship, everything is first class. Some people sail just because of the food. Each day can be different than the day before. You can enjoy shipboard activities throughout the day and evening and wake up the next morning at a brand new town to explore. The state also operates a marine highway system with ferries sailing on a regular basis between Seattle and Alaskan coastal cities. In addition to passengers, the ferries carry cars as well as larger vehicles. They also have staterooms and food service. Getting around in Alaskan towns generally is pretty easy. They're compact enough that most of the attractions are within easy walking distance from your cruise ship or hotel. If you don't want to walk, escorted tours are available in each town to take you to all the highlights, and they'll pick you up right at the pier or at your hotel. Your cruise director or the local visitors bureau can help you make arrangements for a number of different tours. Rent cars are available at all the airports, and if you arrive on a cruise ship, they'll pick you up at the pier and take you to your car. Traveling between smaller towns is usually by means of bush planes. They're a way of life up here, and everyone just considers them taxis that happen to fly. Finally, a great way to travel between Anchorage and Fairbanks is on the Alaska Railroad. It takes about 8 hours, unless there are moose on the tracks. And from domed cars, passengers can enjoy the scenic wonders including Denali National Park and Mount McKinley. The type of weather to expect and the appropriate clothing to bring varies greatly depending on what part of the state you're visiting and, of course, the time of the year. The southeast Panhandle area, including Ketchikan, Juneau, and Skagway, has a moist maritime climate. Juneau has average summer highs in the low 60s and average summer lows in the high 40s. Average winter highs are around 30 degrees and average winter lows are around 20 degrees. The city's monthly average ranges from about 3 inches in April to almost 8 inches in October. And keep in mind that Ketchikan gets about 3 times that amount. The best way to dress is in layers so you can adjust to changing conditions. And always have your rain gear handy. Summer temperatures in Anchorage are about the same as Juneau, with highs in the 60s and lows in the 40s. Winters are colder, with average highs around 20 degrees and average lows between 5 and 10 degrees. Anchorage gets less rain than Juneau, generally averaging less than an inch a month. Your summer clothing should be lightweight with a sweater or light jacket for cooler days and evenings. For winter, dress as if you were going to a ski resort, with a down jacket, wool hat, warm pants and boots, and gloves. Fairbanks has the greatest variety of weather, with warm to hot summer days and cold, cold winter nights. You can expect an average of about 2 inches of rain each summer month, and snow is on the ground from October through April. Your summer clothing should be lightweight with a